admin. This is going to be a first with the add the admin section. Going to try to see the video section, video editing, see if this works better for responding. First one's from Command Across. When will we get more crossover worthy what ifs, like with what happened between Halo and Mass Effect? Basically, as I've always stated, you guys really determine what goes on the site. You guys send me the information. You send an image, you send a scenario that's most likely to get produced and put on the site. The more you can do for me to make it easier to post a match, it'll get up there. Probably my only restriction is that I try not to have too many of the same types of characters or franchises appear back to back. I know it's happened in the past, and that's something I'm trying to make sure doesn't happen again. But you can never know. Sometimes there are some really good matches that get suggested and you want to kind of see them sequentially so it happens. Alright, the next question is from the Assassin 711. It says, if you were one of us, the pilers, what question would you ask the admin? Honestly, I'd be asking about when is the site going to get bigger, better. I'm always trying to make it easier for everyone to use. Of course, you all recall the Discus event that everyone complained about, even though it would have made the site easier to be found and used across the internet. No one liked it. Well, a couple of people did, and the rest of you wanted the WordPress format. So I went back to it, and there was probably about 10,000 comments that were lost in Discus or Discuss, however you say it. And in the short time it was up, I think it was only on for 2 weeks. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much commenting goes on in the site, which is kind of impressive when you think about the topic that we have and the community that we have. But I did find a plugin that uses Discus style, meaning you can still comment using WordPress, but if you want to, you can log in with a Facebook, a Twitter, a YouTube, and I'm thinking about activating that real soon because I really feel the more you can make it so that more people can use it, we can grow the community even larger, and in turn that means more money my way, which means we can do more for the site and make it bigger. So, next question is from Ammo Vampire. It says, I have a new idea for a section on the pile. Basically, you take people and splice them into someone else and put them in a fight. For example, the Punisher with the training and enhancement of Master Chief versus Batman with the skills and techniques of Ryu Hayabusa. What do you think? I think it's a great idea. I would actually love to see more situations like that. Again, as I mentioned before, it has to be something that you send in. If you give me the images, or at least you don't have to give me the actual images, just link to them. I'll grab the images myself. And then set up the scenario like that for the battle so that everyone who wants to be involved can read along and they can see what's going to be involved, what the scenario is for the match. And then I think matches like that would be fantastic to do. So okay, here the next one is from Primus Pilus. It says, would you ever consider partnering with other sites in creating and or maintaining wikis? We have many respect threads on the Topia, and I see them made with pride. Maybe we can link to those wikis at the least so that those who gather data on a character can automatically have a respect thread to pursue. That link would also increase traffic to the site. I agree 100%. It would be tremendous to do that. I do know that already the Warhammer 40k respect thread on FactPile Topia is already linked from a very important source that Google uses to validate information, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but when I saw that Meta had created that, compiled it with the help of others, I added that link and Google picked it up and accepted it. So we definitely have some kick-ass content, and we definitely have some kick-ass pilers who are passionate and who will get this stuff done, do it right, and living up to the name of FactPile, FactPiletopia, of having the real data, not the opinions on the franchise or the characters or whatnot. So unfortunately, I don't have the time to work on that stuff. I just have too much stuff going on as far as maintenance of the site, trying to promote the site. As you guys are aware with this YouTube, I'm really pushing hard this year for YouTube to really pick up. That really is the future, guys. That really is where everything is headed. It's been there for a while, but with a much broader appeal. I know some of you guys can't see the video matches. There's always ways around that. Google it, you'll figure it out. And it really is a great way to grow the audience. And if we can grow the audience on YouTube, and what that means is there'll be more revenue coming in, which means FactPile can actually become bigger. In fact, I actually see a split happening where we'll probably see the hardcore FactPile originals who will stay on the site and on FactPiletopia, and I think we'll start to grow a new community on YouTube. There'll be some crossover, but then there'll be some who only want to stay in one place or the other. That's fine. It's whatever's more satisfying for you or whatever you have the time for. Cool with me. All right, the next question is from Mason Icon. He says, "How about the battle request that I emailed you?" I don't know. I get so many. Usually the best thing is if you send something in and it doesn't appear for like 2 weeks, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I might have thought it was a bad idea. Two, if there was recently a match involving that franchise or character, that's probably why it didn't show up. Three, sometimes the requests are so obscure that I can't even find anything for the character or the franchise to use as an image. And then sometimes people just email me something, character versus character, nothing else. Those ones always tend to go to the bottom of the list because they're harder to find stuff for. And, I feel like sometimes with the scenarios, I just keep on repeating myself, somebody versus somebody set in New York City. And it's kind of generic. But you know what? Maybe that's be something we should do. If it's not defined, it's always going to be New York City. But in the case of this, if after 2 weeks you really feel like it's a strong match, send it again, and this time attach a message saying, hey, you know what? I already submitted this once. Is there a reason why you didn't feel like it was worthy? And I'll probably at least email you back and tell you why. So let's try that out, see how that goes. Okay. Next question is from tech/mana. I just like confirmation of matches. The problem with this is that sometimes there are literally, I am only a day or two ahead of the matches that are coming out. There are some days where I am posting the match that's going to be appearing on the site that night, for the following day. Other times, I'm a whole month ahead. Other times, when I know I have to travel, I will start, now, say imagine I'm traveling sometime in June. I would probably post the week's worth of matches already, just kind of start working backwards so that I know there's stuff in there for when I'm gone. I don't have to worry about not having a match. So that's why the confirmation part is a bit tough. But I also feel like it kind of adds to the charm of the site because by not having confirmation, it kind of makes it, kind of gives another reason for people to show up to see if their match was posted or not. I know, cop out, but deal with it. Okay, another question from Commander Cross. Is there a way to help make the site get allowed to have a better community? Whew, you guys are the community. You guys are the ones who create what it is. You guys are the ones who make it good, bad, neutral. It really is. The site is you guys. All I do is simply post a match with a scenario, and the rest of it is up to you guys. So I've seen self-policing, I've seen trolls, I've seen flaming, I've seen, matches that just went on way too long, stomp matches. We've seen it all. And it always comes back to, how much do you guys want to represent yourselves, on the site, is when other people come from other debate sites, like Space Battles shows up every once in a while, Screw Attack, Star Destroyer, they'll show up, and what kind of image do you want to have to leave for them? Now I know most people don't care, and that's really how you should be, but sometimes you can also get new readership that way if you have if you have people who are intelligent about their responses. All right, the next question comes from Rybiter, It says, how can users write content for the website like reviews or blogs? That's a great question. I love stuff like this. You guys have seen Hitman write stuff. You've seen Expert write stuff, Baron somebody with his action figure creations. Pretty much anyone who is, a somewhat regular member of the site can write for it. If you want to do a one-time deal, I'm okay with that. The preference would be to do it on some frequency, but again, if you really want to say something about a certain movie or a TV show or character or whatnot, by all means, I'll post it. I love hearing what you guys have to say. I think you guys have a definitely a certain point of view and a perspective that is not commonly found on the internet. And I love seeing that. That's why I love running this site, because I truly feel like a lot of stuff we have on the site you cannot find anywhere else on the web. Now I know that's kind of a big statement, but there really is a culture, there's a personality to the site. It's all coming from you guys. And so anything you guys want to write about and submit or link to other sites or blogs or whatnot, by all means do it. I'll be more than happy to help any way I can as far as either getting it posted, or if you need it for like a portfolio or school or whatever. Hey, we're all here to help each other out, make everyone's lives more interesting and enriched. So shoot me an email. You know how to reach me, and we'll take it from there, see how it goes. The last one is from Solaris, and basically it was a comment, but I'm going to kind of phrase it as a question. And basically it says, in addition to character matches, what would increase site traffic? He also mentioned if you want help with a certain thing, I'm sure we pilers would all love to contribute in making the site better. I wrote that promotion guide. It's permanently linked on the top right, or I'm sorry, yeah, top right of the website. It's called the FactPile promotion guide, and right underneath it is the FactPile YouTube channel. Share those with your friends, link to them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Anything you're doing online, whatever you find interesting, link it and share it. If you have friends who you think might be interested, tell them about the site. I know some people you might have to give them a warning. Some people are more sensitive about the content that appears on the site than others. You might want to do that as a courtesy. But otherwise, the more people that discover FactPileTopia, and all the various things that we have, the bigger the site will be, the better it will be. And this is not something I do to make money. This is something I do because I truly enjoy, all the characters, the franchises, and most importantly, I love the discussion. I really don't comment anymore on what goes on, but I still read all the comments. Some days it takes me hours to go through them, but I do read the comments, and just because I don't say anything doesn't mean I'm not reading them. I really try to stay back, just let you guys do what you do, because I feel like too much interference from me just is too influential, because you guys already know pretty much my stance on my favorite franchises and characters. So I always feel like I cannot be involved in those particular matches, because there'll be a favoritism involved, and I'm not going to deny it. Yes, there would be. So that's kind of where the stance is on that. So to summarize, basically anything that you want to do to help with the site, whether it's get linked to it, promote it, you want to write for the site, make stuff for the site, by all means, let's do it. Let's just build a gigantic network of people who are doing things that are fun, interesting, and cool. Especially with the YouTube channel. If you have a video you want to upload, we can do that too. We can use Dropbox. There's Google has a G Drive, which will let you share videos, and that's something that we could share amongst ourselves, upload it, make it more popular on the web. For this particular session, since it's video, I'm only going to be looking at what is said and responded to on YouTube, the YouTube channel. So if you have a comment, question, whatnot, put it on the YouTube channel, because I am really going to be driving the YouTube effort this year for the site. The goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers, and it's a lofty goal. If the site makes it there, it'll be pretty impressive. But you gotta set stuff high to make things happen. So that is the plan. That's what's going on. And if you have any questions, go to the YouTube channel, submit them.